Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the JASMY price up one more time. Of course, we can see that the market is really confused right at this point. I mean, the market is flipping red and green at the same time within the same day. That can actually tell you that volatility is at its highest right at this point in the market. So there are also a lot of narratives that are going on, but let's quickly take a look at what the JASMY price that is doing here. We are going to start with the daily time frame and take a look at what is happening like immediate short term, and also try to look at the long term with the price I guess that we have right there, right? So before we get there, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. People looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on JASMY and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's actually get right into the content. So you can still see here that JASMY is still stuck in a range. I mean, fantastic price action, to be honest with you. I was saying that, look, this is going to be a good opportunity to be buying JASMY because you want to be taking action at extreme ends right of this range that we are stuck in. So support obviously was going to be bought, and you can already see that from the very bottom of that support level, the price went up something like 40%. That is something that you are always supposed to welcome. But where we are sitting right now, as I always say time and again, is usually called the dumb money zone, right? This is literally a no man's land. It's very difficult to take action right here because you can see that, I mean, you're really stuck in the middle of this range, and it's just a 50% chance or likelihood of the price going up or going to the downside. And as a trader, you probably don't want to be stuck with that kind of a risk to reward ratio. I mean, 1:1 or whatever the case may be. So very difficult to take any sort of action here. But if you want to take a closer look at that, I mean, we are using Fibonacci retracement levels time and again from the very top of that structure there to the very bottom. You also see that JASMY is now still fighting the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and I think you have seen it time and again with altcoins that this is typically a resistance level, and obviously, like, not surprisingly, we are still seeing JASMY getting a bit of a rejection right there. Maybe we can say that this was not the peak there. We can use this top right there, something like 2.7 cents, and you still see that, I mean, even if you do that, there's still another Fibonacci retracement level there, which is the 3H2, sorry, Fibonacci retracement level at around something like 2 cents, and usually these are rejection zones here for JASMY. So the question obviously is, will JASMY get rejected, and we're gonna be testing these lows one more time, or maybe we're gonna do something like here, maybe 1.7 cents, and then we can continue our trajectory, right? We're going to try to look for answers here from the indicators that we have short-term wise, and I mean, you already see here that I've been drawing some things with the relative strength index, RSI. As I've been saying that, look, if you are in a bullish trajectory, what you want to see is you are holding at least 38 here on the RSI, and also, but I mean, to spell the bull cycle or the bullish trend, right, to confirm it, you want to see at least the price beating something like 60 here in terms of the RSI. So you can already see that there is some traffic that is happening right there for JASMY, but we have had two previous rejections right there. The price, I mean, the RSI is looking a little bit weak right at this point, to be honest with you, for that confirmation that we are looking at. And in as much as, yes, the price is raising something like 40%, the question here is, are we going to escape this trading range? Or we are going to continue, I mean, going back down maybe to support levels or something like that. The RSI right at this point is not indicating that we have that much of strength, and also looking at Fibonacci retracement levels, it seems a little bit that we need more time and more, I mean, follow through here for JASMY to have that confirmation, because right now it seems like we are getting rejected right around something like 56 here in terms of the RSI. But let's see how the day progresses, right? The main thing that I'll be watching here is to see if this RSI recuperates itself and try to challenge that 60 mark one more time, and also not failing to hold something like 40.38 here on the RSI, just to confirm that we are still in that bullish trajectory. So that's it with the RSI. But one thing that really has me excited is the MACD, actually, because the MACD is indicating that, you know what, JASMY is getting stronger and stronger throughout this whole thing, because you see here, once we made the peak at something like 2.7 cents, yeah, JASMY was crashing to the downside here. But take a look at the kind of momentum that it was having. This was the strongest momentum to the downside, of course, and then JASMY flipped it, trying to test the range one more time. and then I mean it was a rejection one more time at the top of the range. I mean pretty normal stuff, but the second follow through to the downside here wasn't as strong as the first one. You can already see with the indicator here, the MACD is showing that, and then the third one also was even much weaker. You can see the fourth one, momentum eventually dying, and what we are seeing here on the daily time frame is that we have flipped into the bullish territory right there. So fingers crossed that we continue this and we keep building momentum to the upside and eventually escape this trading range. What we need to see basically in terms of the RSI, of course, trending right above something like 60. And also here, I didn't mention that with the Fibonacci retracement levels, what we want to see, right, in terms of the price confirming that is eventually going to escape this trading range. What you want to see here from a Fibonacci retracement perspective is that from the very top of your structure to the bottom here, the trading range that we are having, you're closing at least, a daily candle of something like 2.3 cents, so that we can say, you know what, we are escaping this trading range and we are headed for higher price targets. Right now we don't have those conditions that just yet for JASMY, but of course that doesn't mean that JASMY is bearish at this point. We just don't have clarity to the bullish case scenario right at this point. But do I see anything that is really bearish at this point? Specifically not on the JASMY price, but if something is to happen here on JASMY, I think that we should still expect these support levels to be holding, right? Something like 1.6 cents, something like that range between 1.6 cents to something like 1.45 cents is something that I expect to hold, like even in the worst case scenarios. Obviously we have uncertainty in the market right at this point. I'm just going to show you what the rest of the altcoins are doing right there, because obviously they have got a bigger weight compared to JASMY. And what you are seeing here is that looking at the total three, we are pretty much following a standard crashing structure there, which we are not seeing obviously on JASMY, but in the grand scheme of things, JASMY is always going to follow the rest of the market because basically the market moves in tandem, right? So what we are seeing here is it looks like we are seeing the early stages of the beginning of a Wyckoff accumulation pattern. And what we just want to see here for our bullish scenarios to continue with the rest of the market, we want to peak above this height right here. So we're looking at something like 690 billion or something like that in terms of market cap for the rest of the altcoins. I mean, that obviously exclude Bitcoin and Ethereum. So maybe if we can have something like this here, let's peak above this region first, close a few daily candles right above there. We can still pull back a little bit. I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of how these things have worked before, and don't be scared when something like this is going to happen, because the structures usually, they just need a confirmation right here, but that doesn't mean that you're straight up going to be shooting to the upside. Yes, you've had scenarios like that, but normally you expect the price to chill out a little bit one more time and then before you start continuing to the upside. So let's just jump into a couple of examples. Let's start even here with Ethereum, and you see what I'm talking about here. Let's see Ethereum on a daily time frame. Take a look at how the bottoming structure was here. So it's the same thing that we are having with the market cap of altcoins. Obviously you are seeing that you have this initial crash, you have the first spike. Once you get above this one here on the second attempt, that is your confirmation that the bullish trend has been confirmed. Yes, you may still pull back a little bit like this, but it is what it is right there. The confirmation is that you just need to hang up above that resistance level right there. I mean, if I should go ahead and pull the total through that we were just discussing here, so that's total through, right? Let's make a nice comparison right there according to where we are sitting. And yeah, you can see here right at this point, let me bear with me, I mean yeah, you can still see the same crashing structure. This is Ethereum on top, and this is the total market cap of altcoins. So I was saying that this first peak right here is what you need to get above. You can also see the same thing happening here. So let's give it a couple of days. Maybe we just have something like this here, we start pulling back one more time, and then eventually it's off to the races. But so we want to see something like this here happening with the rest of the market. That also definitely has got something to do with the JASMY price, right? Maybe the other example that I wanted to give was the Velo price. I mean, I had a specific setup that I had there on a 1 hourly time frame, and I think I deleted it, but you know what, it's all right. Then here for JASMY, we are still looking for higher price targets. Obviously, when we have those bullish confirmations, I think that the main thing that we are looking for right now is something like 5 cents. And that is coming from this falling wedge that we have been following and tracking for 2 years at this point. But also we are seeing that we have got a fantastic bullish flag right here. If you just, I mean, take a look at the JASMY price that on a weekly time frame, it's very much clear to see that we have got this bull flag and a pennant right there. And usually the price you want to, you want to take the length of the pull right here. That also takes you to something like 4.6 cents right there, super close to the price target of the falling wedge, right, which is something like 5 cents right there, if you want to be as conservative as possible. But you can also play around with it, and you eventually see that you can come up with price targets of about 9, 10, 11 cents. That about right at this point, if you want to be as bullish as possible. So these are my next big price targets here for JASMY. We just want to see those confirmations that JASMY is trending above that 60 in terms of the RSI, and we also want to see follow through with the MACD. We also want to see the rest of the market doing more, basically, right, doing what we have been saying, that we want something like this, right, trending above the previous peak there. We can still chill out a little bit, but eventually we will go there, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it from me today. We'll keep monitoring all those metrics that we just discussed, and obviously I'll be updating you time and again. But obviously remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really, really good care of yourselves. Bye.